So you guys were one. I'm hearing a lot of you guys. You guys wanted a theme song shortened, so here we go. This girl reviews movies, games, and books. Sometimes she plays them. So does that. And when she does it with the cat, does that make her crazy? Does that make her crazy? Probably. So it's shorter. There you go. Crazy Cat Lady Gamer Reviewer or Martha Butler does not own any trailers or pictures. I use them under fair use, educational, for education and entertainment purpose.
Sorry, kiddos. I know you probably would get mad at me, but come on. I know a dragon that can kick Sisu's butt, and his name is Spyro. This movie, don't do it. Don't go on Disney Plus and pay $30 for it. Cause in a couple months, I think now two, in June, you can now be able to get it for it'd be on there for free, just like Soul was. Soul's worth more $30 than that one, and they had no faith in Soul. It Disney did, really. So, yep. Just letting you guys know, don't do it. It's not worth it. But this movie, now people are considering it should be a Disney princess. I don't really care if you make her a Disney princess. But, so let's get started with the story on this. So, spoilers ahead, if you really care. So, the Raya, I don't know how to really say it, is, a member of the Heart Tribe. Because there's like 5 tribes, and each of them are named after a piece of a dragon, like fang, heart, spine, talon, and tail. And so, about like when Raya's like a little kid, she goes and she has her dad, who's like teaching her to guard the dragon orb or gem. That because the game movie shows like a lot like a long time ago where a lot of people were turned to stone and dragons were turned to stone, and it was Sisu's job to make everybody not be turned to stone. Stop from like and so once the dragons were gone, the whole entire world started fighting over the dragon magic, and the heart is the one who ends up having the dragon orb. And her dad trains Raya into having the power and protect the orb. And like right after this, he asks her, let's invite the other tribes over so they can have like dinner, a meal, and unite again. And right when they get there, Fang, who's supposed to be like the bad guy in this movie, the princess tricks Raya into seeing the gem, and the gem ends up breaking, and Raya's dad gets shot somewhere on him, and they all have to run. And they find out that the shadow things are not allowed to go near water. So he pushes his daughter into the water, and he ends up turning into stone. So like 6 years later, Raya goes into like a cave and finds like does like a prayer to the last dragon, and Sisu appears. And this movie just gives me too much Last Unicorn vibes. And man, yep, she reminds you too much of the genie because she breaks the fourth wall too much, just like Ron Williams did. So I don't know. And so like they go to like every single village, and every single time they get a piece of the gem, they get somebody else part of the group, like a kid who runs a restaurant on a boat, and a baby with three monkeys, and a guy who ends up having his whole entire village turned to stone except for him. And while this is going on, Raya has to end up fighting the princess that she met 6 years ago. That she blames her dad for blames this girl for her dad turned to stone, basically. And basically, this one her lesson about this movie is trust people. And because since worlds like this, dragons didn't come back because people distrust everybody. And so, like, the one who's most distrustworthy is the one that has the most prosper. Like, Fang ends up having, like, the one that has the most, people in their, tribe. But, and they prosper the most of it. So, because a lot of other leaders are turned to stone, so, and there is, like, some lawn vibe on this, too. Like, they have, like, this scene where, the bad guys, the Fang, walk in front of, like, a bunch of statues of dragons, and it's really quiet. It reminds me of, like, the part where we see, like, all those dead bodies in, Mulan, right after the song "A Girl Worth Fighting For." It was like just like that scene, and we see like the whole entire Chinese army dead at the end of the hill. So yeah, and every single time like Sisu like gets a gem, she gets we see like a power that's from one of her siblings. Like she keeps on saying she's a really good swimmer. And but we like learn that like one of the powers allows her to turn to like a shapeshifter. She's able to turn into a human, so she's able to blend in for a while. One of them can make rain happen. One can make smoke happen, or fog. And what was a lot? There was like 5 of them, so. They were not really give the other one, but the rain was like showing like if she like steps on like it's like shows how like she flies, since this dragon doesn't have wings because she's a water dragon. So like when when the rain calms down, she's like able to step on there and she's not really flying, she's like stepping on the air. And so that's how she really flies. She just steps on it every time, like, rain drips. She's able to step onto it. So, yeah. And, I don't really know who... I don't know who this person, the drawing, is supposed to play. I don't really know this person. So, do you want to tell me? Go right ahead. I don't really care. But this movie is like really into six. They're supposed to be every single time somebody turns into stone, they're supposed to be like in sitting like they're praying to the dragons, but they're not. It's really inconsistent because right when they get to the last battle, and right before like the shadows tried to attack all the main characters and the other princess. Um, all of them end up in statues. Like, yes, Raya is in the same position as her dad, but the other ones are like hugging her, and so they're all supposed to be this praying, but they don't. It's really inconsistent, and then so this movie breaks too many of its own rules right away, and so that's why if you're not really gonna stay inconsistent of yourself and not care what rules you set up, why bother? So I don't know. I understand why this movie was really hard to make because this movie was mostly made everybody who made this movie was at home and doing stuff like me and talking having Zoom meetings and deciding that way. It's the first time a movie was designed this way that was a Disney movie. So I can understand why it's messy. So yep. I did like how some scenes in this movie did have 2D animation in it. So that was pretty cool. That was the best parts. But I don't know. So I'll give this movie a 6 out of 10. Like I said, Spyro can kick this dragon's butt. So I'll see you guys later. Like, share, and subscribe, and Sonic is at your paws. Bye.